we are going to continue more west of Loathing, starring our Phoenix Sizzler. So with that, get started. Alright, we are in Dirtwater. Well, people just piled right in as soon as the game started up. Alright. We're going to go to the railroad camp. Investigating the smoke of a nearby campfire, you find a bandit snoozing, cozying beneath a large and colorful quilt, which seems like a strange choice for camping gear, right? And then he wakes up and jumps to his feet, revealing that the large and colorful quilt is actually a large and colorful quilted pair of pants. In stark contrast with his whimsical pants, he is undeniably hostile. Alright. Let's make fun of his pants. Ha! Where'd you get those ridiculous pants? Did your granny make those for you? As a matter of fact, she did. They're warm and cozy. They remind me of how much my granny loves me. Just like I love her. So what's it to ya? Okay, you got me. They're really nice, and I'm sorry I made fun. Apology accepted. The bandit pours you a cup of coffee and the two of you chat for a while before you take your leave. Wow! The iron snake much bigger when close up. Looking. And hearing of people inside, it has eaten them. It's not a snake. It's a train. Those are passengers inside. Are you actually unclear of how this works? Hey, Phoenix. Haha, no! Gary is fooling with you. Knowing a train does not eating people. Big machine with wheels having. Okay, cool. And many loud screaming. You approach the beleaguered looking man with the tiny glasses. Howdy there. Who's in charge of this outfit? If I'm being charitable, I'd say that fella over there in the white hat is the foreman. He points to the man next to the huge pile of rocks. And if you're not, he smiles. And I say the paperback idiot over there in the absurd white hat is the fellow you're looking for. Alrighty, thanks. Hi, are you in charge? I was wondering if there's anything I can do to help. You want to know something? I love trains. Oh? Ever since I was a little boy, these magnificent roaring iron beasts, they were magical to me, like dragons. And the opportunity arose to take on management of this rail line. I jumped on it like a shot. You know what I learned? What's that? Organizing, building, and running one of these operations is the most amazing pain in the ass you will ever imagine. You want to help? Congratulations, you're the new foreman. I'm going home to play with my models. Well. Alright. Phoenix is now the boss. Guess I'm the boss now. And the man looks up and down. Oh no. Suppose you can't be any worse than the last clown. He extends his hand. Name's Smee. I'm your assistant. What's the situation? Well, I'm sure you didn't miss seeing this giant pile of rocks blocking your path. The surveyors say there isn't any other suitable mountain pass, so we can't reroute around it even if we had the months it'd take. Any ideas? Well, by my calculations, we could dynamite it clear without too much trouble. Problem is, we'll take a lot of dynamite. A whole year's worth, I figure. We used to keep that much on hand for emergencies such as this one, but a pack of goblins stole it all. Sneaky little varmints. Alright, I'll get it back for you. Glad to hear it. The goblins are holed up in over Gustavin's Gulch. It's a real rough place. You might want to spend some time getting the lay of the land and honing your fighting skills before you head that way, especially if you plan to go in guns blazing. You discovered a new map location, Gustavin Gulch. We don't need that specific dynamite though. Any you can lay your hands on, it'd be fine. So long as there's enough of it. I'll look into it. I spotted the unmistakable silhouette of an old mission on the horizon. You discovered a new map location. Alright, let's detour. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What's wrong, sister? They came back. They just came back and took them. I couldn't stop them. Oh, slow down, okay? What happened? Our holy relics. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them. Wow. Didn't know what to do. I thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. Cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? To start with, take a deep breath and try to calm down, okay? What's your name? I'm Sister Mary. My name's Phoenix. What's this about saints? Our mission is to protect 3 sacred relics. I'm the relic keeper. It's my specific job to look after them. Wait. Did he tell you Memento she shows the ruler she keeps tucked in her sleeve? No, they do not. Okay, sorry. So what happened? The saints? Oh, it's too horrible. They came to life somehow. They came up out of the catacomb, all skeletal and ghastly looking. I mean, it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. And they took back their relics? Yes. And if they aren't recovered before the Cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. Uh-oh. How much time is there? Well, actually, he's months overdue. So it's probably not all that urgent, but still. Alright, I'll get them back for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a second. Are you going to have to fight them to get the relic back? Because that's probably blasphemous, too. I mean, probably. But if black magic brought them back to life, that's like super blasphemous, right? So it evens out. Oh dear. The Cardinal's going to want to have a very long talk about this. But go ahead and do what you must, I suppose. Lucas. Alright. Pew. You're not a priest, so you shouldn't mess with any of this stuff. Good luck down there. Apartment looks like it was hauled down fairly recently. Empty. Precariously balanced pyramid installed. Overall, it often switches. Are you sure? There's a lot of them, and they're really mad. Maybe angering all of them at once isn't a great idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick them. Yum shrimp. Scholarships, handful of loose teeth. Twitching is in an unnerving fashion. I guess there's no way to be twitching that wouldn't be unnerving. Man, Gary's kicking ass. Still sitting at a weird angle. I guess that's notable. The skull was resting on top of a commemorative spoon. Your treasure hunting senses are finally honed, though not very discriminating. You got an item, souvenir spoon. The skull is whispering to you. That doesn't seem right. Listen closely. The skull is whispering at you. That doesn't seem right. It just sounds like gibberish, though really creepy gibberish. The alcove. His bones are jiggling and rattling in an agitated way. Say the Piscilo di Santo. Plaque. Here lies Saint Beefus. After he died, his body kept trying to rise to heaven. But it was so scary it just kind of flopped around a bunch. They had to enter him in a big stone sarcophagus to put a stop to it. Gross. They really knew how to build it. Should we open it, Phoenix, or leave it alone? Alright. You grunt and strain and force the heavy stone sarcophagus lid open. There's a skeleton inside. Holy crap, his bones are huge. Fortunately, he appears to be asleep. You want to wake him up? Or let sleeping giant skeletons lie? Let's fight. Gary took all the hits for us. He's a trooper. That's one saying he won't be performing any more miracles. Here lies Santa Cortada. She was drawn and quartered by a Heterix, and then the quarter that had her head on it was beheaded. The dismemberment was so effective that nobody was able to get her body to stay together even after she was just bones. Spooky. The saint appears to be resting. You want to reassemble it or leave it alone? Okay, you're pretty sure you've got the bones assembled correctly. And we're gonna fight it. Nope, at the very last minute the bones fly apart. Again. Seems like all you accomplished was making them angry. Rats. We'll fight anyways. Here lies Saint Pope. He was excommunicated for impersonating a pope. But there was some kind of bureaucratic issue, so they weren't able to unbeatify him. Weird. I am Pope, seriously. Saint Pope stands beatifically behind the dais. He just keeps doing his Pope gestures, ignoring you. How can someone look so smug without even having a face? The longer you watch him, the more he gets on your nerves. Why don't we assault him? He unleashed a churn of insults that would make a sailor blush, and a sailor's mother ashamed of a sailor. Saint Pope's eyes narrow. Looks like you finally managed to make him mad enough to fight you. Yeah, let's fight him. Alright. We're gonna try this again. This time they're not even hitting me. Thank you for trying to recover our relics. Please be careful. I have them all back for you, huh? I saw an empty coffin just inside the catacomb door. Oh, don't worry about that. We're just storing that for an escape artist. An escape artist? Yes, he was taking his act on the road, but needed to lighten his luggage. So he gave us a generous donation in exchange for storing it for him. Huh, okay. You recovered all the relics. Oh, praise be, thank you. I'm glad to have helped, sister. I must reward you for your efforts, though. We don't have much, but you might find these pants handy. One of our old priests left them behind. Kneeling pants. Cool, thanks. Find a flyer for dynamite store up north. It's charred around the edges like it got blown here by an explosion. You mark the address down on your map. Hey, Ruby. Before you can react to the sudden howling, a ghost train surges over a hill and roars past, just missing you. 3 skeleton train robbers arrive just behind it and barely avoided colliding with you by pulling back hard on the reins. The train vanishes in the distance and the robbers seem really annoyed by your interference. Alright, we'll fight them. Oh, they're skeletons. Fancy dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello, being a mayor. Welcome. Now going away, please. Gary taps you on the shoulder. What's up, Gary? It's okay. I will handling this. Gary and the mayor converse for a bit, too quietly for you to follow what they're saying. What do you say? He is saying okay for giving dynamite boom, but you having to riddling first. Riddling? Yes. A contest game. Alright, let's having it. Hair clears their throat. A crazy thing. Having no legs at morning, and no legs afternoon, and also no legs having at night. What is that? You glance at Gary. Hey. Gary not helping. That would be cheating. Bad. So what do you think? Is it a man, a no-leg horse, an egg, or a snake? A man has no legs? Well, I don't think it's a man. I think it's a snake. A snake! Nope, this answer is no go. What? But snakes doesn't have any legs. Wrong, a snake having one leg. Oh. I'm ready to try the riddle contest again. Okay, first riddle is still this. An egg. Okay, yes. An egg having no legs, ever correct. We'll accept this hatching into something that legs having. But then it's not egg anymore, so who cares? Okay, sure. Next riddle. You ready? Yep. More eating. Lighter getting. Lighter getting. Shorter living. What am I? Fire? A fire. Haha, no. Fire is not alive. Okay, but you are wrong. An egg. Nope. This is no good. Okay. A mayor. Okay, yes, I am a mayor. Correct. Hooray. Hooray! Okay, one more riddling ready. Metal thing with little teeth. In a hole, will turning round entrance to my house is found. Where is it? In your hat. No, did look in there already. Rats. Did a welcome mat? No, did look in there already. Rats. In your vest pocket. No, did look in there already. An egg. No, did look in there. What? Hooray, hello, Goblin Village. How nice to introducing you. I must admit, I am cursed. I'll let you do talking thing. Okay, a goblin right here standing. Let me greeting at them. Oh, also Gary finding a key may be important here. Okay. Ready? Let's see. Metal thing with little teeth full. Find it. I have it here. Yay, you solving it. You winning riddle contest for sure. Hooray! Here, you can dynamite having. Don't eat it at once. A wave of heat hits you from behind. You turn around to see a hellcat pawing the ground and eyeing you with ill intent in its dead black demonic eyes. Well, we're not going to tell what we're Unlike finding a year's supply of dynamite, the passengers are getting restless. Yep, here you go. Good. Perfect. This will do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit while I get the fellas to set up the charges. I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other co-workers and they inspect the rock for a time. Eventually one of them shrugs, pushing the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks and wires up a detonator. Alright, let it rip. Wait, don't you have a longer detonator cable? Nope. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a 3 count before you hit the plunger. So I have time to get under the train. Great. Kablooey! Hi, what? This is a very large and very angry looking thing, guy. Guy standing here. Apparently it's a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blow up next to its butt while it was sleeping. How are you gonna handle this? Well, heck yeah, welcome to the gun show. You crack your knuckles, take a deep breath, and aim your strongest haymaker at the rock monster. Your punch blows open a fracture caused by the dynamite and cascading fault lines crisscross the creature's surface. With a roar of anger and pain, it explodes into fine gravel. Well, heck yeah, welcome to the gun show. All in a day's work. Oh no, it's a fine. It was as fine a day's work as I've ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark a route on your map for you in case our path happened to cross again. Discovered a new map location, the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company camp. Thanks, but can I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Ha, just kidding. Of course you don't. Every seat in the train sold out. Sorry, boss. As you're heading down the dusty desert trail, you sense an extremely powerful, extremely malicious cow presence nearby. You track its source to a nearby ranch. You discovered a new map location, Hellstrom Ranch. Alright, let's go. Hello, Gary. Oh wow, yikes! What's up, Gary? Weird feeling, sensation of puzzling. Huh? From that direction coming. Discovered a new map location in the West Pole. Alright. What do you think we should do? Maybe visiting the train again? Maybe it's me having a new problem? Okay. Portal to hell. We're omniscient. Read the book from charred leather cover to charred leather cover. Got a new skill, leather workery. Nice. stock smother word cool, but alright. Quite a small cottage on the horizon with what looks like work table in front of it. Silversmith, huh? We mentioned a little burner and a crew for melting silver things and some bullet molds. Seems pretty straightforward. There's also a voice, so you could smash silver bullets into needles. Or there's also a vice. So you could smash silver bullets into needles if you want. You don't have anything silver to make into a bullet. Lockpicking skill. And a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read, property of Fort All Dead Library. Bags full of books, mostly boring military field manuals. You do find one of specific interest to you. Advanced Cowpuncher volume. There's an essay about how to do a particular kind of sit-ups that make your abs really thick. Gives brawny a perky, which increases your maximum HP. There's a big poster you can find out and practice punching. Gives you the Ol 1, 2, 3, a skill that lets you perform 3 punch attacks in quick succession. There's a chapter written by a guy who survived 17 different near-fatal gorings. He really learned a lot about getting gored. Gives gore a skill that lets you attack an entire row of enemies. So Phoenix, Brawny, the old 1, 2, 3, or gore? Still here, Phoenix? Which one do you want to learn? Brawny, the old 1, 2, 3, or Gore? Alright. You're in full to post and punch it until you're extra good at punching. You got a skill of the old 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, you're not yet very good at stopping punches, and you have punched the book to bits. Tucked behind one of the books, you find a small envelope filled with receipts. About half of them are from a shop called the Silver Platter. It was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well. It's gone now. So are most of his customers. And since it's stirring up trouble at this point, you write down the location of the shop. Might come in handy. Discover new map location. Uh-oh. A spittoon. At least it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. Might actually be a bedpan. What a shout! Well, more of a loud hiss. Skeleton leaps at you from an underbrush. He's wearing a cavalry hat and has a cavalry saber. It isn't riding a cavalry, but isn't riding a cavalry horse. So I'm pretty sure is the main thing that differentiates cavalry from infantry. If not the only thing. Howdy, what can I do for ya? Well, do you have a menu? A menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a Silver Platter. I plate things with silver, you know. Oh, I thought your sign was... Never mind. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So, you need something plated? What are my options? He looks you up and down. You could plate your hat you're wearing. People with silver hats get more done, they say. To enhance your hat, you add one your maximum action points. Let's do it. So you need something plated? What are my options? Plate your melee weapon you're using there. It'll do more damage that way. Increase the damage of your equipped melee weapon by 3, or even more against creatures that are vulnerable to silver. Sure. What else? Sure. My options. Don't think I can do much with what you've got on there. Oh, this other stuff. Looks through the pack of mouth. A turnip? Sounds like an interesting challenge. Say, that's a fine looking tongue you got there. You played that for sure. My actual tongue? So, in my head? Alright, Phoenix, you want to plate your tongue? No. Alright. Let's go to Fort all day. You run into the worst smelling snakes you've ever seen. It is basically the cartoon state line comes from. Sure, let's fight. Whoa, whoa, wow! Yeah, it's a little intense. Where did their skins go? That's a question, certainly. We're gonna play Phoenix's tongue. You can see the knapsack and this kind of receipt here, road receipt. There's also an evil-looking leather-bound helm. Introductory next max. Last thing is a little diary which you decide to leave in there in case the owner comes back looking for it. Seems to have been written by one of the necromancer's cultists. He and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here, and the theory that the best undead army would be a little undead army. The hitch in the plan came when they raised the officers who decided they weren't going to take orders from a bunch of weirdo civilians. The last entry suggests the author and his cohorts were planning to abandon their station and reporting back to the necromancer. The entry ends abruptly in the middle of the sentence. Fascinating. Sure, let's read it. Okay, it's your funeral. Over, Grandma. You cannot see the words on the page, but you can nevertheless read them. Your mind becomes stained with grim secrets. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. Spooky. This mass grave is absolutely teeming with those skeletal riflemen. They don't seem to be interested in getting out, but you could definitely jump in there if you want. Reaching for a fight. There's one wandering in the end of the pit nearest you. You want to hop in, Phoenix? To the watch out and take a look around. Nice view from up here. There's a crate lying in the dust of the trail. It has a pickaxe concealed on the side, but it isn't clear if that's to indicate content, destination, or opening instructions. You pry the lid off the crate with your crowbar, so that's one of the possibilities eliminated. You got an item, can of kerosene. You got an item, thermos to spike coffee. Got an item, nerve pills. Got an item, blood building tonic. Well, anything for a weird life. Go ahead and silver plate my tongue, why not? Open wide as you possibly can. Process is extremely painful. You got perk. Silver tongue. Immediately afterward, you ask him for a complete refund and he gives it to you. It works! Really? Then I started gathering clues about the whole preambuous and dead situation with going around to the park to grab a notebook and paperclip the receipt to the first page. You got an item. Should check that out. I'm going to examine the information you collected so far. Found a receipt for delivery of robes. Looking at it more closely, you see that there is a surcharge for delivery. Past Boulder Pass. That means the necromancer's lair is definitely west of the mountains. Good to know. Looks like everything you got so far. Your keen eye detects a secluded cave to the near distance. If pointed would definitely be good use of your time. Shaggy Dog Cave. Let's go there. Plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Record of events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887. It's recorded by Jim Blakewright. Plaque bolted. Having acquired through various and sundry means a story which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time. A map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Blackhole Jr. in the years before the cows came home. I, Jim Blakewright, along with 3 compatriots, these being Nathaniel Wyman, Cyrus Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. Our equipment and provisions consisted of 1 cart and a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick, a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware. My own collection of blank plaques and engraving tools, 1 mark in Shaggy Dog, and a butt-board. After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town named Dirtwater, the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses, the 4 of us entered the local saloon, and each ordered a beer, except Sally. He wasn't satisfied with the water. He was satisfied with the water. The barman provided our drinks as requested, and then we drew a small wooden box of provisions out, asking if we'd care to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if he knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions to correlate nicely with the notes on our map. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the butt-board and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of them, forcing Nate and Cy to after drawing of lots to share. After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement butt-board, we headed out into the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us, though we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more colorful had we made this expedition during the summer months, rather than November, in order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming days of the heat and susceptible to deadly horizon. We exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not be retelling here for the reasons of life. However, I will relate to you 3 old occurrences that happened to us during our trek through the desert. The first was 2 or 3 hours of dirt water, when Nate noticed a glint of sun upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design and manufacture, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon with our own other tools. Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman, who we discovered spoke excellent English. It inquired as to our destination, and we replied that we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave, though we did not disclose the reason for our journey. The goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course, and mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight to view, and continued on our way. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut, occupied by two identical-seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted and it struck me as peculiar given that there were two of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them on that point. One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was true. I also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed. The hermits refreshed our water supply in exchange for our bud pool, and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. After 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave, carefully keeping our excitement in check. Lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed and shared the egg he had saved from our basket that had been stolen in Dirtwater. Once we were rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we decided that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered that antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick. We were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse, and there were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress to the cave, and engrave them with the tale of our journey, such that others who discover this cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel, while Nate, I, and Doug took turns with the excavation and completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before Sai's shovel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled a traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. The chest was locked with an ancient and rusted iron padlock, which broke easily from a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil lamp shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legend of Black Hole Jr., joyous at our triumph. We loaded the chest into our wagon and began the journey home. you for reading and your own endeavor. Equally successful. Signed, Jim Blackray. That must be where they dug up the trench. You come across the corpse of a cowboy. How do you know it's the corpse of a cowboy? Well, you see by his outfit that he is a cowboy. And you see by his lack of flesh that he is a corpse. You hear a rustling sound and trace it to a small gulch nearby. Peeking over the edge, you see a goblin rustling around in the brush. Presumably it's a gulch goblin rustler. Always kind of assumed that referred to a different sort of rustling though. It looks up at you and makes some angry sounding goblin noises. It's saying, "Human, hey wait! Down here looking, stopping!" Can you talk with it? Maybe you can get it to help us out. Gary will try. Gary shouts some garbled sounding goblin talk that you can follow at all, except the words human and discerning lunch. The goblin shrugs and rustles around in the bushes some more, and then tosses a small wax paper package up to Gary. It turns out to be a sandwich of some kind. Thanks. Goblin sandwich. Does it have a dynamite in it? book from cover to cover and learn, among other things, that its cover price is way too high. You got the skill dicker in. After you're done reading it, you use your newfound skills to pawn it off on a wide-eyed rub for 60 meats. Done and done. There's Crate of the Road, which is not a crate, it's a natural habitat. Poor lost crate, maybe you can help it. Help the crate by prying the lid off and helping yourself to the contents. Here, help her. There's a sudden thrilling whoosh sound and a man dressed all in dark gray with a long flappy cloak and a gray bandana pulled up to conceal his face appears before you out of the shadows. He brandishes a wicked looking knife at you accusingly. Stop right there. Prove your allegiance. For I'll suffer no cultists in this place. Could you be more specific? The necromancer's cultists. The skeleton guys. Rocks are strange. They don't seem to weigh as much as they should, and they're sort of drawn to each other. You could probably make an interesting turn out of them. These rocks are strange. They don't seem. Step back and by your handiwork. It's pretty sassy. Nothing special about it apart from the fact that it isn't a pile with other rocks. Oof, it's way heavier than it looks. Can't budge it at all. Weird. See a familiar palisades of an army of forts are in the middle of distance. You swing Ruby toward it to see what it's called. Discovered a new map location for more Memoir. Yeah. Let's go there now. Many people walk around in a cow hat in this day and age. Not to imply this is very in fashion or anything. Hi, I'm Phoenix. Hey, I'm Melvin. For the hat. We're doing a historic reenactment. Playing a tabletop war game? Well, okay, sure, but a historical one. Anyways, we only switched to this after we quit doing real enactments. Why did you quit? It was too much exercise. Also, somebody kept refusing to lie down when he got killed. You missed. What's this game you're playing? Oh, you probably aren't familiar with this type of board game. It's a very specialized form of entertainment. What I mean is, you seem to be using Flintlock 4000 rules, but my brother's set didn't have cows. Yeah, we had to mod them in ourselves. Cool, huh? Can I play? Well, the rules are pretty complex. I don't think the others will want to stop to play a teaching game. I already know it. My brother used to bug me to play him all the time so he could test his strategies. Then great, yeah, we're short a player on the cow side. Step up to the table and grab some dice. Alrighty. Oh boy, are we gonna play Dungeons and Dragons? Which battle would you like to recreate? The Battle of Cow Ridge in 1889? Battle of Melody 1887? Lawber's Battle 1886? Early Skirmish 1884? Battle of Cow Ridge. You prevailed in the Battle of Cow Ridge. That's right. Let's go to the next one on the line. And I said you're a good loser, by which I mean you're good at losing, aha. Revealed in that battle melody. Heck yeah! That cow not get his attack in? What happened there? Wow. I gotta really plan this out. That one. You prevail. Nice. Well, you're really good at this game. Getting good was the only way to keep my little brother from lording it over me all the time. I feel like we should give you some kind of prize. I've got some leftover guns from when I was gluing the figurines together. Want them? Sure thing. Bunch of really small guns. This shelf is stuffed with rule books for the weird game those nerds were playing. Oh, crud. The liquid in this spittoon is bright yellow. I feel like that's all that needs to be said about it. Hey, what's up? Not into the game? I mean, I like games. That's why I hang out with these guys. But I've gotten bored over these strategy war games. I want something different. Like what? Well, I like playing the guitar, so I was thinking of some kind of guitar game where you pretend you're in a band and you have to hit the right chords. That sounds hard if you don't already know how to play guitar. Yeah, I thought of making like a real simplified version of a guitar. But then it wouldn't be much fun for me. I have an idea. Instead of pretending to play in a band, why don't you join an actual band and play guitar for real? I know a place that's looking for talent. Huh? With my guitar skills to actually use? It's not a bad idea. Okay, cool. It's the Jewel Saloon in Dirt Water. Tell them I said yes. Thanks a bunch. I'll head out right now. Godspeed, guitar man. You run across a poor jackrabbit with his leg caught in a bear trap. That's for bears, little guy. You shouldn't be here. I don't have the muscles to save you. Howdy, boss. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again? Yep, got ourselves one hell of a canyon to get across. And no materials for bridge building. Any ideas? There's an old mine in town up north called Breadwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mines dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for the lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Okay, where is it? Smee marks the location of the Breadwood camp on your map. You discovered a new map location. Of course, anything you find to build a bridge out of is fine by me, but that seems like the simplest option. Let's see what I can do. Going to Breadwood. Well, here's the thing out of nightmares. Maybe not your nightmares specifically, but definitely a human skeleton scuttling toward you, crackling with blue electricity and making a loud hissing noise. That sounds like a cross between a nest of angry rattlesnakes and a broken radio. Less fighting. Inner child's gone to pot when the horses are drunk. Hey there, Gary. Oh, hey, another goblin telling Gary wants about a place near here. Kind of place. Very weird place. All seeing through it. We discovered a new map location. Go to it. What? Hello, being. Hello, is this being a breadwood? Or lumber for Smea's living? Yeah. Howdy, Mayor. I'm Phoenix Sizzler. Here on behalf of the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, we need to build a bridge in a hurry. I'm here to cut a deal with you for the lumber. Alright, I believe we can scrap together that much wood. What sort of down payment are you offering? I sort of expected you would just bill us. You want that much lumber with no payment up front? Are you serious? Probably offer you free train rides. I do enjoy a nice train ride, but the deal would be a real problem. And I've already got 7 problems to worry about. Oh? Mary glances at the list of problems posted on the wall, paces around nervously. Offer to help with the problem. Maybe I could help with some of your problems. Oh, thank you. I'd certainly welcome any assistance you can offer. Problem board. You glance at the problem board, which offers a selection of current issues as well as a dire warning. Which problem do you want to offer to help with? Well, Phoenix, we've got the missing mail, the overdue book, the logging permit, the soup shortage, the skeleton raids, the stolen yeast, and the missing bread. Yeah. Logging permit? Maybe I could help with some of your problems. Certainly welcome any assistance you can offer. You glance at the problem. We're running out of trees around here. I need to expand our operation a bit. Problem is, we need a logging permit from the next town. And the whole place up and died before the paperwork was settled. The town died? Okay, I'll check it out, I guess. I don't know. 500 books. Well, looks like some poor son of a biscuit wandered into town. Howdy, cake sucker. Wow, geez, rude and baffling. Get used to it. We like our cussing here in Breadwood. You're fine, but cake sucker? We also like our breads and bread-related products. So I've noticed. Currently washing dishes. He noticed he was looking and waved you away, irritated. See bartender dark. Two old friends reminiscing about good times and occasionally showing one another their guns in a non-threatening way. Probably dangerous to interrupt this. What are you guys up to? The man with the black hat has a huge pile of meat in front of him. The man with the white hat looks broken sad. Playing, fellas. Pharaoh. But I wouldn't say we're playing. I'd say we did play. Until this cowpoke ran out of money. Man in the white hat grumbles. How does it work? It's easy. You bet 50 meat. And then you name as many pharaohs as you can. Every time you name one, I give you 20 meat. Wait, what? Those are the rules. How did this guy lose all of his meat teeth? He's real bad at it. I'll give it a try. Alright, partner. Start naming pharaohs. Speaking the Haman. Well, everybody knows that one. What else you got? Maybe you don't actually know the names of any more pharaohs. Maybe you can get away with just making some up. That's all I got. Man, that's the way hat's called. Tables closed, get lost. Whatever you say. Huh? We don't take kindly to stranger. Stranger, don't need your kind around here. Did you need or need? He glares at you. Did you say need or need? Well, anyways. What's for the guy washing dishes? The muffin lover ran up a tab he couldn't pay off, so now he gets to wash dishes. Some of them dishes I've been saving for just such an occasion. How much does he owe? $150. You're even dumber than I assumed. But whatever. You can tell him he's free yourself. Hey, paid off your tab, you're free, huh? What'd you do a thing for like that? That for? I was just feeling charitable, I guess. Thanks, but I don't know how to do pretty much nothing except wash the dishes. Nothing at all? Well, I can also wash clothes, and I can play the washboard. That's pretty much it, though. Well, there's plenty of job opportunities open up in Dirtwater. Why don't you try your luck out there? Alright, it's worth a shot. Thanks, pal. Okie doke. Guy seems very focused on his beard growing. Howdy, stranger. I'm Hobart Buppert. For what? I mean, hi, Hobart. I'm Phoenix Sizzler. Seem like a traveling tour. Mind doing a fellow a favor? It's a favor. This is my only dream in life, to see an owl skeleton. That's quite a dream. I heard they've got one at the petting cemetery, but what? Petting cemetery. Is that what it sounds like? Exactly what it sounds like. But see, I ain't got the meat for a ticket. You want a loan? No, I got no prospects of paying it back. But I got a camera. I figured if you went to the cemetery, you could take a picture of their owl statue and bring it back to me. Sure, I'll do that. Great, thanks. Okay, I'll be back. Gatwin Croden, 1848 to 1862. Croissant Le Breton, 1860 to 1886. Patch of pepperoni mold growing out of the grave. Grave here, all of will still be legible. You hear the crackling of southwestern lightning snake. Too bad you don't have a forked lighting rod with you. Wait, that wouldn't work at all, would it? Huh? All the buildings in this little town are weirdly hazy and translucent like a ghost. It's a little ghost town. Alright, fair enough. I expect to be able to just walk straight through the door of a ghost building, but some kind of force is preventing that. I guess you could knock on the force. Her fist makes a distant, echoey plap sound on the burroom door, and a ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Howdy there, fella. New in town? Yeah, I was wondering if... Sorry, I can't do business with you until you have a visitor identification card. Ain't supposed to even talk to you, really. Okay, where do I get one? Try the town hall down at the end of the street. Thanks. A visitor. You'll be needing a visitor identification card. guess so. I'll be happy to help fill in the form. Most living people have trouble holding the pages. We'll be needing a number 3 pencil. If you're filling in the form, can't you just use your own pencil? I will be, but the instructions say very clearly that the application must have a number 3 pencil. A number 3 pencil? Isn't a number 2 pencil that's the usual kind? I suppose, but a number 3 pencil is 50% more official. Well, okay, where can I get one? Try the Department of Requisitions. It's just next door. I mean the general store? It's a little more specific these days, but yes. Okay, I'll be right back. Hello, excuse me, Anita. Sorry, can't help you unless you have visitor ID. But I need a pencil for visitor ID. Supplies. Well, general store won't give me a pencil without a visitor ID. No, certainly not. They aren't authorized to deal with anyone who doesn't have ID. How am I supposed to get a number 3 pencil? Temporary visitor permit. You don't need a pencil for that one. Okay, great. What's your last name? What? First name? Phoenix? Middle name? Nikki. Great. Where are you from, Phoenix Nikki Sizzler? Boring Springs? A little farm outside Boring Springs. Boring Springs? Never heard of it. What's it like? Well, it's not much to look at, but it's home. That's nice. Great. How many bars are in the window of the adjacent Department of What? Quiz to make sure you've actually been paying attention to and care about our little town, instead of just breezing through to show your dedication. 8. You hear side sound of the paper being torn out. Nope. Go count them and try again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question. What's your last name? Phoenix. Springs. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was wrong. Your fist makes go away. Excuse me, but you aren't authorized to. Nobody's home. Excuse me, but never heard of you. seconds. Need number 3 pencil, no problem, we'll just fill out a requisition. Okay. Oh, sorry, looks like you reserved it. Expired. Have a nice day. Right, a number 3 pencil, here it is. That's a number 4 pencil. No, it's 70% of a number 4 pencil. Let's see. Don't see anything about this in the bylaws. Very well, I suppose it will do. Let's get you started on the visitor identification permit. Thank God. Last name. How many bars are in the window of the adjunct Department of Records? Correct. Right, everything seems to be in order. Now we do officially welcome you to town. Thank you. Say, was it always called Casey? Yes. Total truancy. Knock knock, hello, something I can do this. I'm here on behalf of the mayor of Brightwood. He needs a permit to do some logging in this area. Oh, this is the Department of Requisitions. You need administration. That's next door. What can I do? On behalf of the mayor of Brightwood, he needs a permit. Logging in this area. You'll need to visit the Department of Administration for that. It's down the end of the street. Geez, finally, I'm here on behalf of the mayor of Brightwood. He needs a permit to do some logging in this area. I see. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Just need to review the logging records to make sure there are no disqualifying incidents. Go to the Department of Records, it's 2 doors down, and tell them I need the Brightwood file pertaining to logging. Something wrong? Not yet. Supposed to pick up a file in the town of Brightwood? Oh, you want the Department of Records. It's next door. This is the adjunct Department of Records. Okay. Department of Records, how can I help you, Mr. Sizzler? Supposed to pick up a file in the town of Brightwood? One moment, please. Brightwood. Applewood. Bedwood. You mean Baglewood? No, it's Breadwood. Must be a suburb. Beaverwood, Westwood. Riverwood, Goodwood. Oh, here we are, Breadwood. Which section did you need? Logging records. The section has been downgraded from disuse. You'll need to pick it up from the Department of Records next month. Naturally. Bring it back here when you've got it, and I'll put it in an official inter-department document transfer folder for you. Is that really necessary? Absolutely. You can't transfer documents between departments without an inter-department document transfer folder. It's unthinkable. I'm fine. Sisler can do. The Department of Records sent me over here to pick up a file. Okay, which file? Logging report for the town of Redwood. Alright, 1 second. Here we are. Well, these pages are all loose. I can't give them to you like this. What if they blow away? Taking them next door. Giving me a documents folder. It'll be fine. Oh no, what if there's a freak gust of wind as soon as you leave here? Would be chaos. So what do you propose? Well, fortunately, I happen to be the one that authorized the stapler. So you'll staple them together for me? I'll be glad to, but I don't have staples. Of course you don't! Don't worry, all you have to do is go to the Department for Requisition next. So I bring you a stapler and you'll give me the file. Oh. I need requisition first stapler. Alright, first we'll need to put a requisition form. I figured. Last name Sizzler. Name Phoenix. AP. Excuse me, your dessert preference, cake or pie? Well, despite that, everything seems to be in order. I'll get this file. Here's your stapler. Great, thanks. Got you your stapler. Great. There's nothing better than the new stapler smell. Can I have that logging report now? You bet, Kerchunk. Here you go. Freshly stapled and wind resistant. Department of Records, how can I help you, Mrs. Sizzler? Came back with these papers. Alright, let me just put those in the official inter-department document transfer folder for you. There you are. Great, thanks. Oh, boy. How can we be of service? Okay, got the file for you. Redwood logging records? Fine, let's have a look. Oh, for the love of... What's wrong? That idiot stapled the pages together right in the middle. This is why we took his damn stapler away in the first place. The file is unreadable. You're going to have to take it back and tell him to unstaple it. Insurance and staple these papers. Oh, sorry. I'm only authorized for staples, not unstaples. Right next door to the Department of Records. I think they have an unstapler there. Oh, I need some papers unstapled. Okay, I'm fully authorized unstapler, so that's no problem. Spoke too soon, did I? Well, it's just that I don't see the staple remover anywhere. Oh, that's right, the Department of Liberation file. 2 open beer bottles. Ay, caramba. What can I do for you, Mr. Sizzler? Do you... Fucking, I need a drink immediately. No problem, beer or whiskey? Whiskey. Good choice. Oh, no, that's it. I'm out of whiskey requisition. Forget it. long as it removes staples, I'll be happy. Does. But I'm afraid I'm not authorized for unstapling. I'll have to take it back over the records. Here you are. Here's your staple. We're back. Great, let me just have a look at these papers if you're interested. Junked records up to his old church again. I see. These don't even need to be stapled. That's what the inter-department document transfer folder is for, after all. Ka-chunk. Alright, there you go. Thanks. Oh, really? Back to the file. Alright, let's have a look at them. Okay. Can't see any problems with this. I'm frankly amazed. Let's get started on the paperwork for that logging permit. I'm no amazed. Oh boy. Phoenix Sneaky Sizzler. Okay, that's fine. Just need to stamp this here. Good chunk. Right here. Scribble. And now you sign it here. Sign. Scribble. Now here. Initial here. And here. Here. Good. Now just take it back to the mayor of Brentwood and have him sign on this line here and initial over there. Are you kidding me? I don't know how to do that. We're gonna go back to Brentwood and go get a drink. Ruby suddenly gets spooked by something off the side of the trail, and it's easy to understand why. There's a horse skeleton in the ditch, which is a thing that's probably extra spooky if you're a horse. Approaching the horse more closely, you see the tattered remains of a pair of Pony Express saddlebags and its skeletal flanks. The starboard bag is empty, but the port one contains a skeletal human hand with a ring on it. You conclude that either the horse rider is dead with the hand in the saddlebag, or somebody is really sad that the skeleton hand they ordered never showed up, even though they paid extra to have it sent Pony Express. Either way, free reign. Oh, anyways, buy a drink. Excuse me, Mayor. I have some papers you need to sign for that logging permit. Alright. Oh, ghost paper. This stuff is weird. Yeah. I need a ghost pencil for this. Here, you can borrow mine. Sign down here and initial over there. After some fumbling with the ghost pencil, the mayor eventually managed to sign an initial form. Alright, Mayor, I'll be back soon with the permit. God willing. Good luck. You see a wooden sign off the side of the trail that reads, Jumble Neck Mine 4 miles. It's weird that they put a period on the sign. And it's weird that they bothered to carve individual hyphens and a greater than sign instead of just carving an arrow in it. You discovered a new map location. Let's check out the mine. Except for the dust all over everything, the fact that the guy at the desk is a ghost, this looks like a regular mine foreman's office. Okay. The standard issue mine. Cool. You Stoop down to take a closer look at the safe. It's pretty standard heavy-duty safe for the dial. She's like, hey, something wrong with your ears? I told you to get away from there. Why, you little... Arrgh, grab a eye! What the heck? A ranting, flailing man that had just burst out of the windows and is running straight for you. He's wearing a straight dome shape metal hat which bristles with wires and odd protrusions that crackle intermittently with bright blue sparks. He seems upset. You're... Beats Weirder down and take his crazy cat. It'll teach him not to startle innocent travelers. Hello, Mr. Caesar. How can I be of service? Okay, I've got the mayor's signature on the logging permit form. Great. Just sign this last line at the bottom where it says receipt. Something wrong? Cover your face with your hand. I loaned my pencil to the mayor. Oh dear. Excuse me while I go kill everything. A bit of wood on the ground catches your eye, and on closer examination appears to be the corner of an old wooden block, mostly buried in the ground. It's probably just full of sour grapes. Oh boy. Excuse me, Mayor. Yes, you still have my ghost pencil. I need that. Oh, terribly sorry. I think it's haunting my beard. Ah, here you go. What beard? Oh, he does have a beard. Never mind. Tapping across an unexpected crate, by unexpected referring to its location, not its condition, which is nailed shut. Don't know what you expected to find in there, but here's what you got. Interesting, a lasso and a handful of nails. Great. Bottom it says receipt. Alright, that's everything taken care of. Redwood's logging permit is hereby approved. Finally, wonderful. Processing will take about 48 hours. Are you kidding me? Well, everything has to be filed and the actual permit has to be printed and so on. You can't pick it up. You can pick it up in 2 days. The old vibrato transponder thing bleeps, and you find the bleeps to a shadow cave that you think might be a bear den. Fortunately, the bear isn't in right now. You find a weird cave at the back. Managed to get that login permit yet? Not yet. Mary glances at the list of problems posted on the wall, faces around nervously. Well, maybe I can help you with some of your problems, so thank you and certainly welcome any assistance you can offer. Alright, Phoenix. Next one on the list. Missing mail, the overdue book, the soup shortage, the skeleton raids, the stolen yeast, the missing bread. The overdue book. Let's see. Our library's only got 4 books, so it's serious business when someone doesn't return one. Our records say it was loaned out to a lady named Alexandria. That was a couple of mayors ago. So I don't know her, but we've got an address. Alright, I'll ask her. See a partly burned military signpost. Off the side of the trail says Fort Treason. But the part that says how far away, it is burned off. You ride in the direction of the arrow for about 40 feet and see the fort. Apparently it was 40 feet away. Alright. This must have been where they stored all of that fire. The goblin's wandering along the path, muttering and ranting loud to itself. As you get close enough to hear, Gary gasps. Oh gosh, such language of Phil speaking. What'd they say? Terrible! And hard to translating. But to do having with spore going to a wrong crevice. And also a human insult, Gary not understanding. Oh. Why not you cramming an entire baguette up your icing funnel? What? Wow, what? Go marrying a bagel muffin chucker. Where did you learn to talking like that? Finding a guide to human cake sucker. Goblin shows you a pamphlet. Lists a variety of popular profanity. On the back it says, brought to you by the Breadwood Board of Tourism. Oh boy. Yeah. roasted cow tongue. Wow, this place has been blown to pieces. Dirty Diary of Alexandria. Flips through the diary. Most of it is uneventful, describing the life of a woman who likes books and isn't interested in much else. It ends with a passage about a soldier from the nearby fort warning her about some kind of danger. He wouldn't specify, so she moved her most valuable books to the cellar and took the ordinary precautions, boarding up the windows and not leaving the house at night. Turns out that isn't much good against cannonballs. Alright, there is a complex pronunciation guide written by a linguist who was raised by cows, giving menace and moo, a skill that reduces the muscle of all your opponents. There's an essay about how to do a particular kind of sit-ups that makes your abs really thick. Here's Brawny Perk, which increases your maximum HP. There's a chapter written by a guy who survived 17 different near-fatal gorings. He really learned a lot about getting gored. Gives gore a skill that lets you attack an entire row of enemies. Phoenix? Which one? Alright. You read the book while doing 10,000 setups. Got a perk Brawny. After you're done, you tear the book in half as a testament to your newfound strength. Damn right I do. Pick up the cannonball and inspect it. There's an inscription that you can mostly read. It says cannonball came from Fort Treason. And it's got the address stamped right onto the surface. This bombardment was done by the army. The horror. Transponder bleeps and the signal leads to one of those El Vibrato robots, which is basically just going into the stillness around a forest clearing. Were you able to find that missing library book? Or, well, half of it. Oh, that's a real bagel biter. Oh well. Everyone mostly skipped the word and just looked at the pictures anyways. And mostly just the bottom half of the pictures. So that's alright. Did you manage to get that logging permit? Not yet. Okay. Let's look at the missing mail, the soup shortage, the skeleton raids, stolen yeast, the missing bread. Which one? still with us, Phoenix? The stolen yeast. We take our yeast supply very seriously here in Brentwood, and that dang yeasty gang made off with a whole lot. A couple of fellas said they saw them loitering around the old brewery, so they probably where they made their hideout. We need the yeast back. Well, I can understand why they want the yeast if they're next to the brewery. You happen across an unexpected crate. Now he's too grumpy to talk to you. He's just angry and muttering. You're under arrest. For what? Stealing about half. For what? Stealing about 2 handfuls of yeast? Yes. And the sentence for that is what? About 3 days in jail? And Brentwood does not actually have a jail? Alright, let you off for the warning this time. Guess you could take some back to the mayor's. Probably feel good, right? So this whole yeast stuff doesn't seem to have gone well for you guys. Yeah, no, I don't. Geez, are you a bounty hunter? Relax. The mayor just wants his yeast back. Didn't say anything about hauling you in. She okay? Well, the yeast is in the revolting pile. So what happened here? Well, we got bored of bread is all. I know a bit about brewing, and we figured if we came back with a couple of kegs, nobody would mind so much that we stole the yeast. No offense, but it seems like you aren't much of a brewer. Hey! Well, ideally, you wouldn't end up with a ravenous yeast monster. That wasn't... Okay, well, I guess it was my fault, but I understand what happened. These vats are old and we didn't clean them properly first because we were in a hurry. I think there were some frogs living in one of them. And you figured you could use the extra hops? If you're sure you've got it figured out, you could set up shop in Dirtwater. Oh? Yeah, it's turning into quite a little metropolis. I'd love to have my own place. Okay, I'll go check it out. It's almost pure ethanol. Faint, wispy light at the side of the road resolves into a sad-looking ghost as you pass. Unable to speak, It just makes sad woo sound noises and gestures to its roadside grave marker, which has fallen over. For some reason, a huge millstone. Ah, boy, I wish I had muscle for it. Any luck recovering our yeast from those bandits up at the old Schmaltz Brewery? Yep, deal done. Great help, thank you. Alright, Phoenix, we got the missing mail, the soup shortage, the skeleton rays, the missing bread. We keep a municipal soup kitchen open to help those who were down on their luck, which is pretty much everybody around here. But we've run out of soup and need someone to go fetch some more from Soup Sock Lou. Gives you a stack of bread bowls to carry the soup. An item. Redwood bread bowl. Alright. As you're riding along, you notice a side trail leading towards a gigantic cemetery. You jot the location down on your map, you discover a new map, and check it out. Reboot Hill. Shouldn't it be Boot Hill? Don't worry, it's just fun. You see the ghost of an elderly woman holding flowers. She seems lost and depressed, above and beyond what's suspected for a ghost. Howdy, ma'am. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, it's so awful. I can't remember at all. Let's start at the beginning, okay? Well, you see, I had 4 daughters. I married 4 brothers, Smith boys, and after that, they each had 5 daughters of their own. Fortunately, I outlived every one of the 24 of them. You know you're a ghost, right? Oh yes, in fact, I died here in this graveyard, where they're all buried. I came to visit them, and I suppose my poor old heart finally gave out. That's not the problem, though. 95 years is a pretty good run after all. So what did you forget? Brought this bouquet of flowers I put on my favorite granddaughter's grave, but I can't remember which of them was my favorite. I'm so ashamed. I can't bear to leave until I've remembered. See, well, maybe I can help you figure it out. Well, thank you. I appreciate that ever so much. No problem, ma'am. Can you remember anything about your granddaughter? Oh, quite certain her first name ended with Molly. Okay, anything else? I remember I was 40 when she was born. No, 47, or was it 42? Must have been somewhere in that range. Okay, anything else? Well, her first name was longer than her last. Just like mine. Anything else? I remember that she wasn't buried next to any of the daughters. Okay, anything else? Snuffles said she passed was always in such ill health. Anything else? Oh, her favorite hobby was knitting. She starts to stop. Jimmy, a lovely sweater just a year before she died. That's all I can remember. Anyway, Granny's face lights up. It's nervously planned. Did her name start with a E-M? Cyber's face, hopefully. Ma? Gone? No. I'll never know. Sorry, covered a coffin that was apparently delivered by mail because it still has the address printed on it. Either that or this was a joke about somebody going to Elsham Ranch after they died. Magdalene. Spiky, bright blue shape catches your eye. Drop off from Ruby to investigate it more closely. Say Haggard's agave. They're native to Panama, but they can grow in these parts, especially in places that are too hot for the teacher for teachers to be comfortable. Minus the worst, it sucks so bad here. I've been in some lousy mines, but this one really takes the cake. Everything smells like soup. The walls are slick with it. I swear I can feel it getting into my pores. If I went to a doctor for a blood test, he'd probably tell me my blood is tomato basil biscuit or whatever. We finally managed to get deep enough to hear the master, but it turned out the dank soup table is higher than we thought. We're spending 90% of our time bailing stuff out and only 10% digging. I've got noodles in my food. I hate this so much. Now the damn elevator's busted. It was always making a rattling noise and the guys off shift couldn't sleep. That finally stopped. But it stopped because the elevator itself stopped and we can't move it at all. Why did we even set up camp here? I had to spend the whole day scrounging around to find a replacement. 137.59 and 23-pound compression springs for repairs. We'll install them tomorrow. Boss says we're giving up here and heading into a real deep mine they found up northwest. Shame we wasted all this work, but hot damn, it'd be good to get away from this soup. I will never eat soup again in my life. Got the springs installed proper, like with the strongest behind the shortest bolt and so on. But there's no time to write everything down. Gotta pack. Not like the elevator matters much anyway. I really hope I don't screw up again and forget my diary here. when it's time to leave. I don't think I've ever managed to fill in more than 10 pages in the same diary. Different size bolts on the side of the elevator, which are very loose. There's a sign that says 3,200 pound pressure required. Some sort of gauge which currently means 0. Whatever that means. It's like you're going to Alright. We're gonna go on a raid. Mega Man NG, huh? Alright. Go like and subscribe. And